everyone. Thanks for joining Mixed Expressions. Today's topic is called She's Just Not That Into You. Okay, so what prompted us to do this episode was an article that you sent me, Michelle,
Yes.
which was about a California man found guilty of putting his semen in a colleague's water bottle.
No, not just that. Not just that. He didn't just. We can't just say that. He didn't just put
Okay.
semen in her water bottle. She rejected him. He then, whenever she got up, put semen all over her desk, like put it all over her stuff. Oh, and then he also put semen inside of the honey she liked to use for her tea. So he was watching her that intently to know what she used.
Yeah, and the fact that this all stemmed from him getting turned down. And my other question with this is like, did he have it on hand already, like prepared to go, or like did he take the time to kind of work himself up? I'm sorry, these are the questions I have.
do you think he was doing it while he was watching her the whole time?
Yeah, because in the article, what did it say in the article? That
he said he was staring at her intently.
Yeah, so maybe
he was doing it under the desk.
So nasty.
Oh my God.
So, okay, I don't think the article pinpointed of when she started seeing this stuff in her honey. Like, was this like...
She didn't know.
This like a day within the next few days, within that day, did she notice it? Like, I'm just wondering how long he's been doing this.
From what I gathered, because there are other articles too, from what I gathered was they put the cameras on, watched the cameras, and then based on what they saw, they went and had a SWAT team or something, like the detectives came in and tested multiple items in her vicinity. So she used the honey. She didn't drink the water. She had to have used the honey.
Wow.
And you couldn't tell in honey because sometimes it gets that cloudy thing, on the top.
Yeah, and here's the thing, we could go through and we will go through, some strong indications that a woman is just not that into you. But no matter what she tells you, you can't do shit like this.
No.
You know what I mean? You got to take rejection gracefully and not try to yeah, that is disgusting.
He had a mental disorder for sure.
Oh my God, something's going on.
Oh my God.
But that just goes right into it, right? So we did make some of our own signs because I feel like guys are super stubborn. Not all guys. And this is specifically for the guys that, hey, we're just not that into you, right?
Yeah.
So mine was a lopsided conversation. So that could mean you're saying way more to her. She's basically leaving you on red. There's no interaction going on besides on your side. That's a pretty strong indication that, hey, she's probably not that into you. And people are busy. I understand that too. But that's kind of the obvious.
Yeah, I think it depends sometimes because some guys, like in the past, I've been into them, but they just talk way too much for me to keep up with all their texts.
Right, but at least, okay, so you say that, but at least there was some spark of interest there, though, right? Was there? Because I feel like if there's absolutely nothing, and this is just basically like if you're on Instagram or Facebook and she don't want nothing to do with you, she don't have any obligation to respond to you.
Yeah, if she's responding, then keep up the good fight. If she's not, nah. Right?
Yeah, I guess.
Oh no.
I don't know. I just
questions pending.
I don't know. Yeah.
Questions pending. Well, there we go. Number 2.
I just feel like if I like someone, you're probably going to know somewhat. Like, I'm going to have some type of interest in you. I'm going to be asking you questions. You're probably going to have my number already, and if we, that's just, I'm just going to throw that out there.
Yeah, that's different. I thought we were saying lopsided conversation as if they had your number. It wasn't just Instagram. But if it's just one medium, yeah, for sure.
Well, that's what I was saying. Like, if it was just based off of, you're hitting her up constantly on a social media platform and you're getting like, oh, LOL, then probably take the hint that maybe
Yep.
she's like doesn't really want to talk to you.
1000% agree.
Moving on.
Number 2, we take zero initiative on anything. So I'm taking this as we don't initiate any contact with you. We don't try to see you because as women, we always, it's sad, but we will initiate some form. We'll be like, hey, miss you. Oh, wouldn't it be nice to do this or that? Like a lot of women do that. So that's how I'm taking it because I
Yeah,
do.
there's going to be like signs of a mutualistic situation going on. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Like we're attracted to you. So we want you in our vicinity.
Yeah. And this goes into number 3, make no plans with you. None. We don't even entertain yours.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, definitely don't make plans
And
with
it's
people.
not that like, because I think that we do like guys to kind of take the initiative. And if you really want to get to know us, like I do like someone to take control and be like, okay, let's do this. You know, they make the first move when it comes to plans. But even if you do that and
We
she doesn't,
cancel.
yeah, then come on.
Cancel with like not, what do you call it? No makeup session. We're not trying to
Exactly.
reschedule.
There's no follow-up.
Nope, not at all. We completely forgot. Number 4, we only come around when we need something from you.
I thought this one was so hilarious. I really did.
Well, I mean, it's pretty true. Like, you know how there are some people that you don't necessarily, you're not into them, but you know they're into you, and you just, you want to do things, you want to have fun, or like you need a box moved, and maybe you didn't want to pay $100 to move that box. So, you maybe you need help in a situation, and that's the only time you come around. Like I
Right.
have guy friends who told me stuff about this. Like they're like, oh, this girl only comes around when she needs something. But yet they still go. They still go.
Oh gosh.
So like what do you think of this? Like
I mean, I definitely think that it's a sign, you know, both ways, men and women, that they conveniently will pop up. You know what I mean? I think that's obvious, but some people don't even see it that way. They see it like, oh, she's finally come around. You know what I mean? Like some people just they're gonna get the wrong idea.
Yep, exactly.
No matter what. So
well, let's be clear. If we come out for one specific thing and that thing only, and that's the only time we hit you up, we are not that into you. That's the only time we hit you up. That's very
exactly.
Number 6.
No, we're number
you?
5.
Number 5.
We don't notice how long you're gone. And so what that could mean is you could be gone and go out of the country and you think that we've been noticing. We didn't even notice that you left because we didn't really care in the first place, right? Is that what you're getting from this?
Yes, exactly. That's how I feel about it.
Because I think if most girls are really into someone, they're going to be kind of paying attention to what they're doing. They're going to be in communication with that person, you know?
Reaching out, seeing
exactly
who you're with, what you're doing.
Right.
We're nosy.
You'll be getting hey stranger text messages because we don't know where the hell you've been.
Yeah, when you coming back to town? We'll say those things if we care. If we don't, that's what it is. That's what it is. So, Jazzy, like knowing these things, and they seem quite obvious, why is it so hard for guys to understand?
Understand
Like
rejection?
yes. Like how like
Oh,
what is their problem?
I don't know, because here's the thing. I thought I knew until I read this article, and I'm like, I don't know guys at all because I didn't know they did shit like this.
Yeah, I
But
thought
there's
usually
a clear
someone did
reason
something
why
like
men have a hard time with
ugh.
accepting the fact that, hey, she's just not into you. And I feel like men and women, we can both relate to this specific thing, is we take rejection as us being like, we have no self-worth. And I feel like men, I think that they already, well, not every man, but they kind of have an ego.
Mm-hmm.
And if that ego is tarnished a bit, some men, now not all men, I'm not putting every man in the doghouse, but some men, they cannot handle that whatsoever. And so they could be aggressive,
What
and
do you
they put sperm all over cups and shit,
what do
apparently.
what do you think, like, what if they think, because again, I'm not a man, but what if they think like, oh, it's my right to have every woman I desire?
I think some actually have that mentality. And I think
Yeah.
that's the problem, is I think that the way we were raised and the way, women had a role to play and men had a role to play too, is like we didn't really have that much right to say. I mean, we could barely vote at one point. We weren't even allowed to vote. So I feel like men are kind of used to living that, King Kong life, pound my chest, and they're in control and they say what goes. So once a
I
woman,
think so. Because what?
rejects their advances,
Ooh, ooh, like putting semen. Like, you know how dogs and stuff
yeah,
piss
he's
on
like marking his
things? Yes,
territory.
he's marking his territory.
Oh my God.
That's what he was doing. He's like, you're gonna swallow it even if you don't know it.
Swallow
That's
it.
what he did.
That poor girl.
Oh, I'm so sorry for you. I hope you win the most in that case.
Oh my gosh, seriously.
Oh my gosh, because I saw he was
Questions
convicted.
existing about this. And you know what? Unfortunately, if we were to dig a little deeper, there's a lot of cases like this and worse, because sometimes the girls get
Dead.
dead.
They wind up dead.
Yes.
Yeah. So in this case, we're thankful, they caught it early on and she wasn't caught, in the parking lot or something of that nature. However, it is still very, very
I'm, that,
disturbing.
I'm glad they got it on tape too.
Yeah,
So
and
I
that
feel
he was
like in most
convicted.
cases, like, how would you, like, I think that some police would be like, oh, bullshit. This is not
Yeah,
happening.
no, no one would believe that. I wouldn't have believed it. I would have just thought
Yes,
it
you
was some.
would.
Yeah, I know people are crazy, but I
You
mean, I
totally
wouldn't.
would.
I know people are crazy though, but I mean, I wouldn't have. I wouldn't have believed that someone had the audacity. I would have believed it was in my honey, because I think people are putting shit in all my shit.
The
But
fact that he knew that was hers too, though.
yeah, but I wouldn't have believed. This is the thing that got me. I wouldn't have believed he was bold enough to just, when she got off from her desk and then she comes back and it's all over her keyboard, and that I wouldn't have believed that just out in the open. I wouldn't believe that no one saw it.
I'm so curious about the dynamics of that work atmosphere. Like, where was the desk? Were there anyone else that noticed? I'm going to have to
That's what
look
I'm
into this
saying.
a
Yeah,
little
that's what.
more.
Yeah, I could see and completely understand the tea or the honey and tea thing, but to just, they said he wiped it with a tissue. We're gonna have to put a
Yeah,
link to
because
this.
I think people want to read this nasty shit.
Yeah, or screenshot it somehow. But yeah, that was disgusting, and men need to understand we're just not that into you.
I am not a prize to be won.
No.
Only if
Okay.
I let you. Only if I let you.
Yes, consent. Okay.
Well, I think that sums it up, and I think it's a good idea to link that because this story is worth reading.
We definitely will put a link of this or a screenshot at at least, at the
Yes.
very least. Okay.
Well, everyone, thanks for getting in our crazy minds today on what we wanted to discuss. Just know that rejection doesn't always have anything to do with your worth. Sometimes you just don't have shit in common, and that's okay
Yep.
too.
Yep. It's part of life.